Alright guys, we are back with round 1 Edison Format at Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We have Chad on the left playing Blackwings versus Yobani on the right playing a standard traditional Frog Monarch deck. This tournament was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut to top 8. We hit the magic number, which is at least 17 players in order for us to get a 7th round total. I think we had like a decent amount of players for this particular tournament. Even though it was a weekday, is because shout out to Aiden, he brought a couple people from Advanced to play in the tournament, and I always tell people, like, they always ask, how do you grow the Edison community? And I always say the best way is to get people from Advanced to get into Edison. That's the best way, because they're already playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and they can just build an Edison deck and then they can play it, you know, whenever they want. Like, I have some people who like show up every few months to play Edison. They're like stop coming, and then they'll come back, you know, every once in a while. Anyway, Yobani's going first, activates Upstart. Sets 1 and passes to Chad. Now, Chad has made the finals a few times, I think 3 times, but has yet to get that win. We'll see if he can get that win here today. Yo, this is like the worst. This is like one of the worst feelings. Is when you MST or heavy a jar. It's such a bad feeling. Like, oh my god. But like, sometimes you just have to do it. Alright, so he's going to flip Trap Dust Shoot. And let's see that hand. Gores, Caius, Pot of Avarice, Junk, Dark Dust Spirit in the main deck, and Brain Control. Yobani, that's so risky, man. There's so many Yadas running around. I would not be main decking Dark Dust Spirit. You're just giving your opponent a free Pot of Greed. Or, yeah, like, they're going to draw 2. It basically turns Yada into a Pot of Greed. So, Brain and Pot of Avarice. So, let's see. Chad decides to get rid of the Gores. Seems like the right move. But yes, Chad's gone second, I think, 3 times on the channel, while Yobani's done pretty well this year. He has 3 wins. He also performed well in 3 of the semi-major events. Anyways, here he gets bottomless after he brains the Shura. But yeah, let me finish talking about Yobani. He top 8 of the Edison Battle Zone Royale, which was one of the big monthlies at Epik. And then he made top 8 of the Edison 5K PPG. The 2-day events, he top 8 both those days. All with value, but he like performed well those 3 in a row, and then he went back to GBs, and now he's on Frog Monarch. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Me, I'm the opposite. If I'm hot with a deck, I'll keep playing it until I get cold. Then I'll switch decks. Alright, so here, Chad, Normal's Bora, Specials Gale, so he's gonna pierce. Oh, this is game. Yeah, this is game. 13 and 28, so quick game 1 from Chad. That's just Blackwings. Yeah, I don't like Pot of Avarice. And what's Yobani? Yobani's kind of playing like a Dream Frog deck, but he didn't see his Frog engine. It looked like a Dream Frog deck, but you really need to see Substitute. And I mean, he just didn't see Sub or Swap, so his hand was really slow. Anyway, Chad takes game 1. We'll see if Yobani will pull off the Legacy 2-0. So Yobani starts off by setting a monster, setting a back row, and pass to Chad. Or Tyler. His first name is Tyler, but I just prefer calling him Chad. So normal Sirocco, attack into Dupe Frog. So it looks like he does not want to waste a collude, if he even has one. So he's thought about sending some back rows, but decides not to set anything. How will Yobani play this one out? He's got Caius, so he could Caius, but he probably really needs that search to get Treeborn. Yeah, that's the thing with frogs. It's like, if you don't see that sub or swap frog or 2 Treeborns, like, I've seen some people play 1 Treeborn, 1 Treeborn or 2 Swap Frogs. But man, you just auto lose when you don't see those cards. But you play, like I said, if you max out on 8 copies, right? 3 sub, 3 swap, 2 Treeborn. But then if you play like 1 less copy, it just decreases the chances of you seeing it in your opening hand. Anyway, here comes MST. So he soul exchanges. Caius is the set monster, which is value. So Chad's going to take 1,000, so we're at 7k to 8k. Pass. So he has a Kalut in his hand. I think it's Torrential and a D Prison. Okay, so we can kind of see Chad's hand. Torrential, D Prison, Kalut, and a few other cards. Oh, Wind Control. Okay, I don't think I'm a big fan of this move Chad's about to make. So here comes Wind Control. Target the Caius. Attack the Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog effect's gonna get him swap. Yeah, he took the 800 off the wrong person. So 62 to 8K. Now, as far as who am I going to root for, because every time I do commentary, I'm always rooting for someone. I just, out of all the Frog decks, this is my least favorite one. So I'm going to root for Chad just because I really don't like this deck. I've been doing awful with Frog Hero as well, but I kind of enjoy that deck. Right, so he D-prisons the Caius. See, I don't think Chad should have made that brain control play. He should have just set both and then D-prison. I don't think it was worth wasting the brain control. Because you could draw like a Blizzard or a Gale or a Sirocco and then brain control the Dupe Frog. I don't think this was the right move. Anyway, here comes Jar from Yobani. So he grows a tree. Someone said Yobani sounds like a yogurt brand. Then here comes Swap Frog. Oh, he special summons a Swap Frog by discarding another Swap Frog. Kicks down his second Treeborn. Oh, Yobani's on the main deck King Caballo. So Yobani is just begging for people to yada him. Yobani, you cannot play those cards, man. Because if you run into a Blackwing player and most of them like to hold their jars and stuff, or their Yada, you're basically turning their Yadas into Pot of Greeds. So he waits for him to activate Swap Frog's effect, and then he Torrentials. All right, let's see. What's life? 62 to 8K. I think Yobani's fine, just because he hasn't taken too much damage. Chad only has 3 cards, so Yobani should be okay. He might be able to force the third game. We'll see. But you never know. Sometimes Blackwings just beat you down with a... Especially if he draws like Whirlwind. So Kalut attack. Leaving Yobani at 66. Sets 1. Pass. Standby Treeborn. Is that QCR Treeborn? It looks like it. Here it comes. Heavy. Chain MST to the heavy. Tree for Rise. Oof. Pass. So he has Kalut and Blizzard, but what can he do with the Kalut and Blizzard? I don't think he has anything in the graveyard, so he decides, yeah, he doesn't. Rise attack. Set 1. I think he set a Dead Dust Shoot. Yobani did go first this game. So Blizzard, the Pregnant Bird, Blizzy, target Kalut. What are you going to go for? Cataster? Yeah, he doesn't have a target. That was his only target for Blizzard. I was talking to my friend Steven about he doesn't want to play triple Blizzard, which we've seen some Blackwing players have success with only 2 Blizzard, but man, that card, like, you want to see that card. I can't see myself cutting down to 2. I side one out sometimes, especially against decks like GBs, but okay, so he's gonna brain the Cataster, Caius his own Dead Dust Shoot, and then attack him directly. Alright, so Yobani forces the third game. Will he pull off the Legacy 2-0 against Chad? This is, I think, only Yobani's second tournament playing this deck. He did make the semifinals in the previous tournament, but it was off camera. Yeah, it was off camera. So, Chad goes first. Whirlwind. Whirlwind Boras, search. So he's going to search Kalut, Gale, Blizzard. So he chooses Kalut. So he's got Kalu, he's got Blizzard, so that, yeah, makes sense. Set 1. Yobani, you need heavy, man. Okay, so he MSTs the Whirlwind. Yep, MST's the Whirlwind. And Yobani's gonna set. End phase Ika, target the Treeborn and the Jar. That was a good trade. Treeborn for... Basically, he traded Jar for Bora. So here comes Blizzy into Bora. Special another Bora. He's going to go for a ton of damage. I mean, that's how Blackwings win. This is why people don't like Upstart and Blackwings. But my argument is... I want to see Whirlwind. I want to see Dark Armed. I want to see... I got to see my Shures or Boras or I can't win with that deck. So that's my 2 cents there. That's why people play Jars in Blackwings, but I feel Upstart's quicker. Blah, blah. I've been ranting about that for like a year and a half now. So attack was 17, attack for 23, leaving Yobani at 4K. Half his life points gone. And Chad sets 1. He has Duke Frog. Does he have a Monarch in his hand is the question. We know he has 1 Dupe Frog, so he decides to set Dupe Frog and doesn't bring back Treeborn because he's gonna get pierced. Comes another Bora. Oof. Attacks, so he's gonna take 800. Kalute. 42. And then attack with Bora. So Chad is moving on with a 1-0 record. Takes down Yobani's Frog Monarch deck. Now, Yobani will not be returning. He did not do well in this tournament. Now, as far as Chad goes, I can't remember if I featured Chad again. Stay tuned, but I remember Yobani did not get featured again. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you haven't already, please consider joining our members only. I'm uploading extra 2 to 3 videos a week, only $2.99 a month. Also have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epik Cards and Games. Those links are in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.